Hey guys, welcome back to Jacobsburg. I think this is going to be part 2 of my little Jacobsburg series. I've parked about a mile and a half away from the Henry's Woods area and the environmental center. We're going to do the Sobers Run loop today. The Sobers Run is one of the tributaries into the Bushkill Creek, so it should be a pretty hike for sure. Probably a little quieter than Henry's Woods area. Parked in this little spot over here. You can see there's only a couple spots where I'm parked, and then another area for another 5 or 6 cars up here. Just a nice little parking deck. You got a couple of different wildflowers, which are nice. Looks like we've got what I think are going to be some thrush right in here. Hopefully the camera is picking it up. And the one I was mostly interested in was this milkweed over here. I see a little ladybug crawling around on one of them over here. If you guys have gardens at home and you want something to plant that's native to Pennsylvania and actually helps the environment some, these are attracted. They attract a lot of pollinators, butterflies included. Monarchs love these things, and the last I knew, monarchs were still on the threatened list. They're not quite endangered yet, but definitely on the threatened list as far as last I knew anyway. So they're a good plant to have around if you're trying to take care of your local ecosystem. So, all right, guys, listen, that seems like it's enough talking for right now. Let's get to walking, and I'll see you guys on the Sobers Run loop, and I look forward to having you there. All right, so here we are, all nice and green and lush. It sure is a beautiful section of trail over here. So the Sobers Run loop is about 2.5 miles long, listed on the trail maps as 2.7, listed on all trails at 2.5. We're going to do a little bit more than that today, because this is we're still coming down the connector trail here. We got, I think, one more road crossing, and that's the traffic you're all hearing. Or if it's picking up on camera, it's the sounds of traffic that you're hearing. Is Belfast Road, I think it is. So yeah, but the trails here are really pretty. I definitely like this section a little better than Henry's Woods. I think it's a little more green and lush, and definitely less traveled. So you don't get the crowds on this side of the park as you would on the Henry's Woods area. So we're going to get ourselves down to Sobers Run. We'll go for a little loop around, and I'm not sure I'm going to include it on the end of this video or on a part 3, but we're eventually going to head up to the meadows up here at Jacobsburg. That's also one of my favorite areas, also a little less traveled. We've had a nasty little heat wave this past week. Been in the mid and upper 90s all week long, so and those meadows are a little bit exposed to the sun. There's really no tree cover or anything like that, so I've kind of been putting it off until we get until I'm not going to get cooked in the sun up there. So, all right, guys, enough of me talking. I gotta shut up for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and just start recording some sections of this trail, and just so you guys can appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, we made it. This is part of the Sobers Run loop right here where it starts. So we eventually are going to come back out this little spot here. I think it doesn't really matter which way we head. I've been down here a few times. I'm going to know where I am, but we're going to head down this way first, do some of this loop. If you guys are here for the first time, if you decide to come over here and check out these trails, there is a lot of horseback riding in this area, and mountain biking, so just be wary of some right-of-way stuff going on, and a couple of piles of horse cookies waiting for you if you're not paying any attention. But yeah, this is a wonderful part of the section of trail over here. So I will record as much as I'm able. We'll play around with it when I get into the editing over here, but we're basically doing a little loop around. We got a couple of bridges that'll take us up and over Sobers Run. All right, off we go. around the backside of Sober's Run here. Nice, such a great little area over here. If you're looking for a nice quiet spot to walk, this side is almost always, I think I've run into, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 people here already this morning, but it's always pretty peaceful over here, pretty quiet. Not the big crowds that you find over by the Henry's Woods section of this park. And I'm going to take a little walk down to the run here. Pretty nice. And like I said, this is Sober's Run. This is the tributary, one of the tributaries into the Bushkill Creek, and just a nice peaceful spot. So if you guys are looking for an area to walk like that here in the Lehigh Valley, this might be it. All right, this was excuse me, sorry, this bridge here was our crossback over the crossback over Sober's Run. And so now we're going to head in the other direction up the run here. The other side of this bridge, that's where I had originally planned on parking. But I found that other parking spot, which seemed like it was a lot quieter than this one usually is. But I still haven't really seen a whole lot of people out here, which has been nice. So we're going to keep going up trail. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So it looks like we are coming back to the top of the Sober's Run loop here, which means we're going to start heading back. The loop itself is about 2.5, 2.5 or 2.7 miles, I guess. I never turned my GPS on because it wasn't that important to me that I have the exact mileage, I suppose. And then we're going to head back up the connector trail to get back to the car, which I'm going to guess adds a quarter mile, between a quarter mile and a half a mile each direction. So we're probably somewhere between 3 and 3.5 miles for the day after all said and done. So all right guys, I'm going to keep filming a little bit just to capture some more of this trail, because it is really pretty out here, and it's nice to know that I can take you guys with me. So I'll see you guys at the car. Alright guys, looks like we made it back into the sounds of traffic again. It looks like we made it back to the car. I'm really glad you guys came along with me for Jacobsburg the second. Probably going to make a third episode to catch the meadows up top. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys up here again. Alright? See you guys soon. Thanks for coming along.